So in 1998, a movie called Sliding Doors, starring Gwyneth Paltrow, came out. And in this movie, Gwyneth Paltrow wakes up late one morning for work, and she's running to catch the subway train, and she's running down the stairs on the subway. There's a little girl on the stairs who's playing with her doll, and Gwyneth Paltrow has to run around her for one quick second, and as she does that, she runs towards the train, and just as she gets there, the doors shut, and she just misses the subway train. The movie stops and rewinds, and she's running down the stairs again, and this time, the little girl who's playing on the stairs with her doll, her dad comes and says, "Come on, honey, we have to go," and he takes his daughter, and Gwyneth Paltrow now is able to run down the stairs without that little tiny split-second delay, and she's able now to just make it on the train. And so now the movie shows how her life turns out because she missed the train, and then because she made the train. And in one case, in one path, it's tragic. In the other path, it's happy, a happy ending. Why am I telling this story? Because think about it. This one little event of this little girl playing on the stairs, and Gwyneth Paltrow, after going around for a split second, alters the course of Gwyneth Paltrow's life forever, for the rest of her life. I'm bringing this up because when we think of evil and suffering and why God allows X, Y, and Z and certain events to happen, we can't answer why this particular instance or this particular event happened with full confidence. But one thing we do know is that God, and it says this again in Old Testament and New Testament, has the end in mind from the beginning. So God is working out human history towards some pre-visioned end that he has in mind. And the way he's accomplishing that is through people's decisions and free will choices. And so think about it. Think of all the things that had to take place in the life of our parents so that they would meet and that they would come together, not to get weird here, sexually at that moment to have you and me. I mean, if they would have had sex, let's say a minute later or a few seconds later or a few seconds earlier, we may not have been here, So in other words, one little event can have such a ripple effect throughout history. Like in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, right? When George Bailey, if he's not born, look at the effect it has on all these people, okay? So how does this relate to God a little more specifically? Again, we're thinking here. This is, again, the logical problem of evil and suffering. God may allow an evil or some evil event to happen because it's going to send a ripple effect throughout history that in some way produces more good. And that could mean many things. It could mean that more people in the long haul come to know God and end up in heaven with God forever because of some evil event. Whereas if that evil event didn't happen, less people would come to know God and enjoy God forever in heaven. Okay, so much more can be said about this, and I know you're thinking, yeah, but wait a minute, what about this? And I'm not saying that this explains everything. None of these videos in the Evil and Suffering series is meant to explain everything. Just little nuggets, little insights that I picked up along the way just to share them, to keep them on the table in discussion. I'm going to do one more video next here about evil and suffering, and it's going to be pretty much what the ultimate answer is. The ultimate answer is not to evil and suffering in the Christian view is not some tightly woven philosophical or theological argument. Philosophical and theological arguments are important and they're needed, and the Christian worldview provides them. Okay? No one's going to understand everything about evil and suffering, but a lot of work has been done in this area. But ultimately, the ultimate final answer to evil and suffering is not philosophy or theology as much as it is a personal answer. In other words, in this next video, I'm going to discuss that the final answer to evil and suffering is a personal answer in the person of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the final answer to evil and suffering. I'll explain that more in the next video, which will be the last one of this series, at least for now. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.